Everyone, my name is Ashley Evans. I write a Substack newsletter called Wannabe Wisdom, Diaries of a Fake Guru. You can subscribe on Substack or you can watch it here on YouTube. I'm starting to narrate my essays. They are available now in podcast form, in video form, and also on written form. This essay is called How Grounding Exercises Made Me Slightly Less Delusional. My therapist has me doing something that she calls grounding exercises, which sounds like punishment, but apparently it's the opposite. Every 2 hours, she has me set an alarm. When it goes off, I must stop whatever I'm doing, be it something important or more likely Googling, why is my dog licking the air? And I note the following: my name, the date, what city I'm in, 3 things I see, 3 things I hear, 3 things I feel, and if I can smell 3 things, great. Usually I can't smell anything. Well, that's not entirely true. I can usually smell 2 things only. My hair. My hair always smells like something. And my hands. My hands, they always smell like something, especially if I just have eaten something. There's like this trace of low C10 hand wash soap and like a ghost of garlic. I keep a small journal where I check off these exercises every 2 hours, like I'm a contractor billing for mindfulness. These are my records. Turns out I'm not very good at it. I often forget to set the alarm and end up grounded only once or twice a day, which I'm told by my own negative mind. It's not the spirit of the thing. And yet, miraculously, it's working. What's it doing, you ask? It's helping me connect to the present moment, which sounds like something you'd see on a yoga brochure next to a woman blissed out in prayer hands. But truly, most of us are so caught up in our own anxious thoughts and existential spirals that we float through our day like brainless ghosts. I should know. Whenever someone asks me, "How was your week?" I go completely blank. 3 days ago? I don't even remember what season it is. These exercises are like low stakes form of meditation. Every 2 hours, I am pulled back to Earth like a malfunctioning satellite being dragged into orbit. The other day, I took my dog, Thor, for a walk on the seawall. I was excited to listen to Rick Rubin's book on creativity, A Creative Act, because apparently that's who I am now, a woman walking her dog while communing with the beard of a music producer. These kind of books are my jam. Some of my favorites include Liz Gilbert's Big Magic and Anne Lamont's Bird by Bird, Stephen Pressfield's The War of Art, and I love Julia Cameron's The Artist Way. They all carry the same core message. You're scared. It's normal. Now write something. Just this morning, I came across a post that Pressfield wrote commenting on Liz Gilbert's TED Talk that explores how inspiration occurs. He says, the muse, if she'll forgive me, is kind of like a mailman. She makes her rounds every day, cruising past our offices and studios and peeking in the windows. Pressfield, who endlessly inspires me, beautifully captures the elusive nature of creativity. And here he is referencing Liz Gilbert, another one of my creative North Stars. When your muse writes about your muse, it's museception. So I'm walking and listening to Rick Rubin, and suddenly I feel like I'm in a yoga class for the soul. The things he's saying are hitting me like I'm in confession, only instead of kneeling in front of a priest, I'm being spiritually cleansed by a man with no shoes and a gong, which, by the way, was present. Between chapters, there was this like gentle dong of a singing bowl as if to say, forget everything you just learned, be present. He talks about awareness, how the universe is constantly handing us little creative packages, and it's up to us to open them or ignore them entirely and binge Severance on Apple. More likely the studio for me right now. However, they're only releasing like one every week. Like, please, why not all of them together? As Rubin describes this idea of seeing birth and rebirth all around us, I find myself walking through a park where I'm seeing families playing with their children. An elderly man catches my eye, and I smile shyly, and then like immediately look away like I've committed some social misdemeanor. He seems sweet, wise even, the kind of man who's seen a lot of sunrises and maybe only yelled at a couple people on public transit. Then I pass another elderly couple who look at Thor like he was a celebrity they didn't recognize but still wanted a selfie with. They had that "at me" expression people get around Labradors and babies. I told Thor to say hi. I'm one of those dog parents, and he's one of those dogs. Obedient, affectionate, slightly slutty. He trotted up, shoved his face in their crotches, and smiled like a lunatic. He's always looking for treats. But let's be honest, he's also a therapy dog without certification. He senses loneliness and he wraps himself around it like a warm, fuzzy band-aid. I adore him for that. Eventually, I yanked him away. It might have been the highlight of their day. No, it was the highlight of their day, and I ruined it. I kept my awareness open as long as I could while Rubin whispered profundities into my earbuds. I'm still on the hunt for inspiration. I know it'll come in a conversation, a weird dream, a YouTube ad that somehow feels very personal. But until then, I'll keep writing these little segments. I'll keep putting my videos up on YouTube and Substack, sniffing my fingers every couple hours and jotting it in my diary. If you think you could benefit from this practice, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And here's some questions for the comments for a little deeper examination. Do you have a grounding practice like this? What does it look like? Has it changed the way you move through the world? Or at least help you remember what day it is? Do you think it makes you more open to creative inspiration? I'd love to hear from you. Asking for a friend. Have a great day.